Hey everybody, I wanted to talk to you about sleep because it's really important and you're probably not getting enough of it. You're probably not getting quality sleep. Sleep is really important. It's affecting every aspect of your life. It's affecting your performance at school, at work. It's affecting the weight that you gain. You know, if you have those couple extra pounds and you think, oh, I'm trying everything, I can't get rid of these last few pounds, or I'm having a lot of trouble losing weight. Sleeping, the number 2 factor in losing weight overall, is sleep, above exercise. So you've got diet at the top. Number 2 is sleep. You've got to get those 8 hours of sleep, and you've got to get that deep REM sleep. Otherwise, you're going to hold on to the weight. I travel all the time, and I know from experience that when you don't get a lot of sleep, your brain loses its ability to make good judgments on the food that you eat. So the studies that I've heard recently have said that the average person who doesn't get 8 hours of sleep, if you get 6 hours of sleep or less in a night, you're going to consume over 500 additional calories, and you're going to end up gaining an additional 2 pounds a month. So there's about 3% of the population who has a specific gene and they can function on less than 8 hours of sleep. And it's pretty easy to find those examples. You know, like people like The Rock, who seems like all they do is travel the world, make movies all year long, and they never sleep, and they're working out at 3 o'clock in the morning. Some people have that gene and they can do that. For the other 97% of us, we need that quality of sleep. And if you look around, you can see in the world easily that most people aren't sleeping enough and aren't getting quality of sleep, because look at the lines for coffee shops in the morning. Everyone's trying to get caffeinated just so they can start their day. Or you hear those lines, you hear people say, oh, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. It's like, why is that? What were you just doing in bed? You didn't get any rest? You're exhausted? You're angry? You wake up not ready to go? You're not getting enough sleep. Look at the energy drink market. My gosh, billions of dollars people are spending every year in these energy drinks that people are just pounding throughout the day, sodas, all this stuff, caffeine, because they can't function without it. They're not sleeping well. Eventually, that's going to lead to adrenal fatigue, and you mess up your adrenal glands, and you're going to throw everything out of whack. You're never going to be able to lose weight. You're never going to be able to get in shape like you want to. You're not going to feel good all the time because you're just not sleeping. So, knowing that a lot of people have sleep issues, what are some things that people can do to get better sleep? How can you start right now getting better sleep? And it really starts in the morning when you wake up and throughout the day. First thing that you need to do for all aspects of health, drink more water. You've got to get hydrated. You've got to get the fluid coming in and stop consuming sugary beverages all day long that are just leaving you on these peaks going like this. Blood sugar spikes up, spikes down, blood sugar spikes up. Got to knock that out. Got to cut it out. Drink water. Because what we want is real rest, real hydration, real nutrition, real exercise. You know, you've got to keep it real in a literal sense. Keep your life real. Eat real food. Drink water. Cut out the sugary beverages. Second thing, you've got to create a situation for your sleeping situation that's conducive to good sleep. And I'm going to show you in a few minutes exactly how I have my bedroom set up to make it conducive to good sleep. You know, you've got to get the lights out, the electronics. You've got to, no TVs in the bedroom, knock that out. No digital alarm clocks, these bright lights, these ambient lights that are keeping you awake that you may not even notice, they're affecting your sleep patterns. You've got to get those out. Get them out of the room. What you want essentially is to create a cave for your sleep. You want it to be dark, really dark, no light bothering you. Then you want to create a sleeping situation with your bed itself that's comfortable, that's breathable, healthy fabrics, you know, a mattress that's healthy. You got to get those box spring mattresses. Get it out. You're sleeping on metal. You're sleeping on an antenna. Get it out of the bedroom. So I'm going to show you that. Second thing, think about the phrase that you hear when you're a child. It's time to get ready for bed. What does that mean? You want to start setting yourself up a couple hours before you go to bed to prepare to go to sleep so that your body gets in the cycle. You want to create a nice cycle for yourself that your body starts to know, okay, it's time to sleep now. So the things that you can do to do that, again, watch the caffeine. You've got to know how your body reacts to things. So you need to know, what's your limit for stimulative beverages that are not going to affect your sleep? If you're going to consume caffeine at all, I'm really sensitive to it. I don't mess with it. I try to stay away from it because I know it affects me. It makes me feel jittery and wired, and I have a lot of natural energy and just doesn't mesh well with me. But you've got to know, is 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., at what part of the day no more caffeine for you so that you can go to bed at a normal time and get a good 8 hours of sleep? You've also got to put down the computer, turn off the TV, all these things that start stimulating your brain. You start thinking about money and your finances or bills you got to pay, the next 5 things you got to do tomorrow. The kids got to go to school, we got to get them to soccer practice, I got to go grocery shopping. You've got to not do that to yourself. You're sabotaging yourself, because then you're going to get in bed and all you're going to think about is those 50 things that you've got to do and get taken care of, and you're not going to go to sleep. So you've got to get ready for bed, literally. It's time to wind down. It's time to relax. Maybe turn off the TV, turn off the computer, maybe put on some soft music. Like, make it a relaxing experience in the evening that leads to nighttime, that leads to bedtime. At least it's time for you to go to sleep. Make it a restful, peaceful experience at night. You've got to know when that cutoff is for you. You've got to stop working, stop going on Facebook, stop going on Instagram, stop going on Twitter. You've got to detach yourself from this. Like, right now, people are extremely addicted to their cell phones and the technology, and it's messing with their sleep patterns. It's also messing with people psychologically. People are thinking different now because they've got this addiction that's in their pocket, that's around them all the time. People are so addicted to this thing that they freak out if it's not around them all the time. And it's messing with your life. You've got to stop thinking, oh, that photo that I posted an hour ago, how many likes does it have? How many new followers do I have? Are people commenting on what I'm posting? Stop. Get off Facebook, put down Instagram, just stop. Make a cutoff for yourself. It's really beneficial for your brain to have a schedule. So if you know that you work, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., so you're going to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're going to wake up, and you're going to have a beverage, and you're going to eat breakfast, and you're going to take a shower and get dressed and drive to work. And then when you come home, you have your evening schedule. Maybe you're going to make dinner, then you're going to go to the gym. Whatever your schedule is, it's really comforting for your brain to know what's going on. So start setting something up for yourself where maybe after 8 p.m., no more social media. Just be done with it. It's going to be there tomorrow. It's not going anywhere. There's nothing urgent happening on there that needs your attention right now. So create a system for yourself where you know when the end is for that time, and that's the end of it. That's it. Just stop for the night. Then think about how you're winding down. So you don't want to overhydrate before you go to sleep. You kind of want to go into a light fast, essentially. That's why they call it breakfast. That's why your first meal of the day, you're literally breaking a fast. You should have that space in between your evening where you've had a solid maybe 12 to 14 hours where you haven't eaten a meal and you haven't consumed a ton of liquids. You don't want to be continually drinking water all the way up until the time when you go to bed, because that's what's going to happen to you. Wake up in the middle of the night and you've got to pee. That's going to mess up your sleep. Now you're pulling yourself out of REM sleep and you've got to get back into it. So that's going to mess with the sleep quality. And you don't want to be pulled out of that deep sleep. In fact, you want to be able to get that solid 8 hours of sleep straight through without those disturbances. And also the fabrics, when you're sleeping, wear something loose, light. Actually, the best way to sleep is naked. Just to get the fabrics off of your body so your body can breathe, your skin can breathe, can move around. The fabrics that you're sleeping on. I did a video before about why it's important to get organic bedding. You don't want those chemicals that are in non-organic bedding and synthetic things, synthetic chemicals that are leaching from those fabrics into your skin. Not a good situation. The mattress that you sleep on, you want to get a natural mattress, and they're not expensive. You can get a really cheap 100% natural latex foam mattress for a couple $100 on Amazon now. It's really inexpensive. They're extremely comfortable, way more comfortable than these $1,000, $2,000 spring mattresses that do all this fancy nonsense at mattress stores that they'll try to sell you on. Forget about that. Just get a natural foam mattress and it'll give you a much higher quality of sleep. Get away from the metal frames, all that. Like the frame that I have my bed on is wood, all wood, and then it's not a closed frame. It's actually open in the bottom because when you sleep at night, you actually sweat about 1 liter of water. So what you want is really good airflow. If you live somewhere that's quiet and you can have a window cracked in your bedroom and you can have fresh air coming through all night, that's fantastic. That's the best thing that you can have. If it's really loud where you live and you can't do that, you want to make sure as well that the frame of your bed itself is open in the bottom so that air can flow through. And that's another benefit of having like the natural foam mattress, so that air can flow through everything and that water can evaporate up and not just stick there. You don't want to create like a mildew situation. I really wonder how many people that have had mattresses for a long time that have a solid frame, how much mildew, how much bacteria is actually inside their mattress that they're sleeping on every night because of all the sweat and the moisture, and then it just gets trapped there, and then that just becomes in an infestation hotspot for mold, mildew, bed bugs, kinds of dust mites, things like that, because that's what's going on. Your body's perspiring all night long when you're sleeping. I'm sure you know sometimes you probably wake up and you're sweating. You've been sweating all night long. All that moisture is seeping into your mattress. So you want really good airflow. Get that out. The best thing that I think you can put in your bedroom, aside from the mattress itself and focusing on the bedding, is blackout curtains. It's so important. You've got to create darkness. We don't get a lot of darkness now. We're surrounded constantly by lights everywhere. I mean, there's street lights outside of my window. If I didn't have blackout curtains, I would have light coming in all the time. And then the light starts coming in the morning. And maybe you're the kind of person that is more of a night owl. I always have been. I've continually tried to get myself on an earlier and earlier schedule, but it's just not the way that my body has ever flowed since I was really young. I operate on a later schedule. So I need darkness later. I don't want to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning when the sun starts coming up and starts shining through my window. That's not my schedule. That's not going to give me good quality sleep. So you want that darkness. And I'm going to show you how dark I can make it in my room, even in the middle of the day like it is now. And so you can imagine at night when it's pitch black in there, it's a perfect sleeping environment. So these are some things to think about when you're thinking about all the reasons that you're not getting good sleep. What is your schedule like leading up to your bedtime? Are you getting ready for bed? Or are you on the TV, on the computer, looking at stuff on your phone, you're having a beverage, and then you're like, oh, I gotta go to sleep, boom, 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 go lay down. Oh, I wonder why I can't sleep for the next 2 hours, and I'm not getting good sleep. I'm laying here thinking about all these things, and then I only got 5.5 hours of sleep. Now I'm exhausted all day. And think about this on the days, next time you don't get a lot of sleep, think about it and you'll see it. It's true that when you don't get a lot of sleep, your brain starts thinking about fuel sources differently. Like instead of waking up and thinking, oh, I'm not that hungry, maybe I'll make some eggs, maybe I'll have, a smoothie, something like that, something healthy, a good way to start the day. You start wanting those sweet things because your body thinks, I need energy, I need quick burst fuel. It wants sugar. That's when you want, oh man, I just want muffins, I just want bagels and cream cheese, and I want waffles, I want pancakes. That's why you're not rested. Your body's exhausted. It's looking for quick burst fuel so it can power through the next couple hours, and then you feel just beat up by the end of the day because you're not rested and you've been eating terrible food. So the way you sleep at night, it affects the whole cycle of everything, how your entire day is going to go. And don't be afraid to take a nap in the afternoon. If you're exhausted and you can sneak in a 20-minute nap, 30-minute nap, sometimes that's the best thing. You don't want to sleep more than 45 minutes, you're going to start messing with your sleep cycles. But don't fear naps. Sometimes that can be the best thing to get you to a place where you can get through your day and start to re-regulate your sleep cycle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you inside my room and I'm going to show you exactly how I have things set up to create an environment that's conducive to really good sleep. I'll be right back. Why is it that so many kids are scared of the dentist? It's not that there's anything particularly scary about going and getting your teeth cleaned, but you know when you go to that office, it's the way it feels in that office. It's the way it feels in the doctor's office. You have a certain feeling when you go to the gym. There's a certain energy there. You want to create that in your bedroom. You want to create a place that's an oasis. So you don't want to spend all of your time there. You want to keep it so that when you walk into your bedroom, you think a place of relaxation and rest. If you're in there doing all your homework, you're in there on the computer. I know that teenagers, they all want to have a computer in their bedroom or whatever. It's just not a good way to go. You want to keep all that stuff, keep it in the living room, keep it in the den, your office, your kitchen. Do all that stuff wherever. Don't do it in your bedroom. Keep your bedroom a place of relaxation and rest. It's not where you want to have your workout bike. It's not where you want to have your elliptical or your treadmill or whatever. Doing some light stretching, some yoga in the bedroom, that's fine. But you want to keep the environment relaxing. And then, just like I talked about, so here's what I want to show you with the bed setup. So, like I said before, no metal frame. My bed frame is all wood under leather, and then underneath of here, the frame that the bed is actually on, completely open so that you have airflow all through the night, so that this mattress doesn't just collect moisture, so that all the air when we have windows open can come through, everything can evaporate and get through and breathe. And then the next thing is these blackout curtains. These are so amazing. They're not expensive at all. They're really easy to put up. You have something like this, and then boom. Now all of a sudden, all that light that was coming through is gone. You see how I've even got a light in here, and you see how much darker this video is now. And that's with a bright light that's 3 feet away from me, and it takes all the light out of the room by blocking those out. So you can imagine at night, when there's no light there and that door closes, it is a black cave in here. And that's exactly what you want when you sleep. You want all that darkness. So that's what's going to get you in that deep REM sleep. And then you see immediately how much light comes in. And it's not even a very bright day. It's a pretty cloudy day out there today. And so when you've got, that's a parking lot behind me. So you've got parking lights, you've got street lamps, maybe people opening their garage, closing their garage, whatever. You don't want to be distracted by all of that. You really want the peace, the quiet, the darkness. So keep your sleeping environment extremely relaxing. Think about that. When you're setting up your bedroom, you want to think about what is your sleeping environment, because everything that you put in your room is going to create that sleep sanctuary, if you will, for yourself. So, like I said, no alarm clocks. You won't see any of that in here. There's no digital alarm clocks, none of that. No computers. Get the TV out of your room. Get it out. It's not supposed to be there. Put it in the living room. Do yourself a favor, actually. Just get rid of the TV altogether. You really don't. It's not doing you any good. Get it out of the bedroom. Get all of that stuff out of the bedroom and create a place that's peaceful, that's relaxing. Cut out the energy drinks. Cut back on the caffeine. Drink more water. Eat well. Sleep good. Get good quality sleep. If you want to lose weight, like I said, the second most important factor over what you eat is how much you sleep and the quality of sleep that you get. So, and that's science. That's just the facts. Again, sleep affects everything. It's going to affect your energy levels. It's going to affect your mood. It's going to affect your relationships. It's going to affect your performance at your job. I know it's really easy to look at social media and all these people who act like they don't ever sleep and just work all the time, and they're always, moving and shaking and getting things done, and it's just not true. Everybody's got to sleep. And in fact, the better quality of sleep you get, there's nothing wrong with getting a really deep quality 8 hours of sleep. There's 24 hours in a day. If you get 8 quality hours of sleep, you've got 16 hours to go work on whatever you're doing. And I guarantee that basically no one out there is working 16 hours a day. Okay, and if you are, then fantastic. You're probably making a lot of great things happen in your life, but it's not necessary to think that you can't get a lot of sleep. Sleep is something you don't have to sacrifice. 2 things that you should never sacrifice in your life are quality nutrition and quality sleep. You can sacrifice on the rest. You can have a less expensive car, you can save money on your apartment, you can get an extra job, you can work more, you can do all those things. You want to eat well and you want to sleep well. And those are things that, you should have those solid foundations of things that you will not compromise on. And those should be the things: the quality of nutrition, the quality of your sleep, drinking water, getting exercise every day. Boom. Everything else is flexible, but those things you do not want to compromise on, and they'll drastically improve the quality of your life. So that's all I've really got to say. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. That's what I wanted to show you. These are the steps that you can take right now today to start drastically improving the quality of your sleep. Steps that you can take every day to create a more relaxing, more serene, more restful environment that will impact all of your daily life. Thanks very much for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.